Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rayan Lawrence from Bmf Starz. K-9 is in the building. Listen, we at Simply Juicing at my interview live at the Juice Bar. We out here. I got this passion fruit right here. You know what? Because I'm passionate about Simply Juicing. You feel me? Passion. Simply Juicing.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Chris Robinson. We are here live at the Juice Bar, Simply Juicing Bar. I am here with another great guest, my man Rayan Lawrence. I said it correct,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
Rayan
sir.
Lawrence, if you don't know, K-9 from BMF. It's the ruthless guy. I ain't going to ruffle his feathers too much, but we're going to get into his story. You know what I'm saying? Oh, also, you already know the vibes. Hype Magazine. Hype Magazine is a team. I got the shirt on today. Shout out to the family. But Rayan, welcome, man. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, man.
Definitely. So we know you K-9, we know BMF, all that, but we're
Yeah.
gonna take it back. You here,
Okay.
New York City. This is where you
Facts.
grew up in. You're originally from Brooklyn, right?
Brooklyn, yeah.
Okay,
Flatbush.
Flatbush. Everybody, all the stars are coming
Yo, we
from
coming
the rappers. They Bobby
Da
Schmurder.
Vinci too.
Yo,
from
all
Flatbush.
Wow. So y'all just all.
We over just did, you know what I mean? A little town right there.
Listen, I'm coming out to Flatbush to find some talent. I'm a new manager, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to get into the movies and all that. So what was it like growing up in, what era you grew up in Flatbush? Were you in the 90s?
Yeah. So we can go to the age, but you know what I'm saying? But your boy grew up in the 90s. The 90s is where my era is. And man, you know, you just can't, you know, I would never change how I came up, man, because I came up, I was telling people, man, you coming up on my hood, you can't even go to the corner without people trying to rob you. You know what I mean? That's why I came up. Now you can go free anywhere, ain't nothing happening. But
shout out to gentrification. Gentrification.
You know what I'm saying?
Building.
Right.
Yeah.
But back in the days, oh man, you go to the corner, bro, you gotta have problems, you know what I mean? And
a lot of K-9s.
You know, a lot of K-9s outside, for real. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, just playing sports, going back to playing sports with the crate, putting the crate on top of the gate.
You from that era?
I'm from that era.
Shout
you know
out,
what I mean?
shout out, yeah.
Playing sports playing on concrete, football on concrete, hitting people into another car, like wrestling on, you know what I mean? Giving people a race to edge on the car, like that.
Shout out to the golden era,
DDTs
man.
on the car, man.
Shout out to the golden era.
Man,
I'm one of them babies too.
You see what I'm saying? And the music too, we already know.
Yeah,
you know
which I was talking about
DMXs.
earlier, the crates, like even before that, you know, because I was talking about the crate era a little while ago, which is another great era, you know what I'm saying? So what was it like, what was your family like growing up as, you had mom, dad, brothers, sisters?
Yeah, so my mom and dad, my mom is Jamaican, my dad Trinidadian. So you know I got that Caribbean culture. So
ain't nobody that came on this show from season 2 from Flatbush. We had 3 people, I think, so far.
Yeah.
Or I said, there's some type of Caribbean background.
Yeah, man. So you know, coming up, listening to reggae, listening to soca, having those parties every year, and you know they jamming. You know, one of our parties at my crib used to be always one of the hot ones. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, growing up with them, we used to go on family trips every year. Okay. You know, and this is my sister too. One of my sisters that live with us, and we do the family trips every year. Go to church on Sundays. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all were active.
Yeah, we were definitely active.
That's
definitely
dope.
active.
Are you the oldest or?
You know, I'm in there. I'm in there. You trying to get the age? You trying to get the age?
I got the gray hair sticking out. Yo, I'm the oldest. Shout out to my little brother.
Shout out to
sisters. So, you know,
I'm in between. I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there.
Got you. So you're in the middle.
I'm in there someplace.
He's like, yo, this
ain't trying to get me.
I just got the roll. Chill out, brother. Chill out. So, what kind of the schools? Did you go to school with your brothers and sisters? What school did you go to?
Yeah, I went to PS 181.
Okay.
I went to Mahia Jackson, which was hood. I went to also Mega Evans Middle College. And I got my bachelor's in criminal justice at John Jay.
Okay. Oh, so you was in
I was out there, yeah.
So, and you said sports too. I'm gonna take a step back. Did you play sports in like junior high school, high school? Is that what you into?
So I played in Mahia Jackson. I played football there, and then I was actually scouted to go to Boys and Girls.
Oh wow!
I didn't go because my aunt was saying that the school was bad. Oh Ray, I don't want you going over here. Then another school recruited me to play basketball. Poly Prep, that's what it was.
That was in the city or outside?
Poly Prep was outside someplace. I forgot exactly where it was. That was for basketball. Then they wanted me to go to Meg Evans Middle College. That's how I ended up going there. But still, shout out to Meg Evans. I had a good time.
I'm gonna take a guess that you had good grades and was a good student as far as
Me?
Yeah, because you said you used to a lot of. I'm gonna dig into that.
Yeah, I was an eye student. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I got a lot of love because I was playing sports. You know what I mean? And,
right. Typically,
you play sports. They can show you love. Teachers can show you love. You know what I mean?
Especially if you're good at it.
Right.
You need to win this
year.
year.
You like
get Rayan out in the building.
You feel me?
He got it's a C.
Right.
It's a C.
Yeah.
C plus. All right, go ahead.
There you go. I had times, they were like, hey, if you play in a volleyball team, you don't got to come to first period. I said, oh, word? I don't got to get up that early.
That's a hell of a bribe.
I'll play the volleyball team.
So it was like, look, I'll check it out. But for the most part, you were pretty athletic.
Yeah, definitely.
That's dope. That's dope.
And I think that's what helped. In the upcoming parents getting me active. So I'd say parents get your kids active, man. With
that's for sure. I think a lot of people that I've been interviewing too, I've been hearing that. That a lot of people that have been successful, that their parents have kept them moving, their parents have kept them working, whether it's mom, dad, mom, or both. So it's very important, parents, to, I think, stay in your kids' life, know what's going on, and keep them active for sure. Yep. So now, moving forward, because I hear the sports, school, everything like that. When did you start acting?
So acting came about when I was I believe it happened when I was in college. I think that's the only time I could think. But I wasn't doing anything, but people were telling me, like, anything, meaning I was just going to school, that was it. So I don't think I was working at the time, and people would always say when I was younger, hey, you should get into modeling, and then you gotta look, right? So one day I took some pictures at King's Plaza. Everybody know King's Plaza in Brooklyn. Took pictures there, looked in the Daily News, and they were looking for, models and actors. Went in, gave myself my very first audition was an ESPN commercial called Take the Field. So that was back in the days of the times where I guess kids were trying to go to parks, but they were locked. So they did a campaign for that, and
I remember
I got hired for that. So you know what I mean? So now that was my first audition. I booked it. So now I'm thinking, oh, this could be easy. So I was both juggling, both modeling and acting, and I felt acting was more rewarding, being able to dive into these characters. Right. Modeling, you did 2-3 hours taking pictures. It's boring. It's cool, but it's boring. But yeah, that's eventually just started doing the acting and putting in that work, man. And, here today.
Yeah, because I see you had I see a House of Pain on a lot of places where
Tyler Perry. Shout out to Tyler Perry.
Yeah, that was kind of early in your career.
That was actually my very first guest star role.
Wow.
So yeah, that was cool. I even remember the time, so Tyler Perry comes up, I'm sitting at the table here, and Tyler Perry started walking in. It's like surreal. You're like, yo, Tyler Perry. He sits right next to me. You know what I mean? And then when we do the rehearsal, I say my lines and I fumble it because I'm nervous. And he's like, what you out here speaking Spanish? And then everybody starts laughing. So that was a good memory of working with Tyler at the time.
Did you get to actually build a relationship with him, or like get the?
No. Because you just come on as a guest star. You're there for one day.
Got you.
It's not much.
There's still more work to do.
Yeah. You know what I mean? If you was there longer, maybe if I was there for a week, 2 weeks, it might be different. But I was just a one-day guest star. So.
I know he's looking now like, wow, that's that guy from I remember him. And I think that's a great feeling because it shows that people, the perseverance is real. And when you believe in yourself, and this wasn't even something you was planning on doing. This was kind of God's plan.
There you go.
What I mean?
There you go.
I just heard Hov say it, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. It never goes your way. So to see that, and then you kind of like just decided, like, all right, modeling, I'm going to go this way.
You know that right. Yeah, it just
so
felt
what was your first big starring role? Like, what was your first big role where it was like, all right.
I think maybe I would think Blue Bloods, and working with Tom Selleck. I think that was a guest star role, and I was there for a week shooting. Nice. I think that was one good. People saw it and was like, it's on the main level because now you see it, not just our people watching it, it's all over. Blue Bloods is a popular show, so I think that's when it was like, okay, this guy's here, and then from then on, stuff starts building more.
Got you. So it was, you got a lot of diverse roles, man. I've seen.
Thanks, man.
But even if it's a quick glimpse, it's like, yo, he can act. Like you, and then when you talk with you, and you're like, oh, it's super nice. Like, he can play that role in this role. That is amazing. So you definitely, it's a God-given talent for sure. And you are acing it right now, man. So in between those times where you were looking for roles and stuff, what was that grind like? What was that struggle like? Yeah.
Well, it's tough, man. You know what I mean? So you got to get, the side hustles. Everybody had their different hustles. One of my side hustles was I was working at T-Mobile. You know what I mean? So
Shout out
T-Mobile was
T-Mobile.
cool. Yeah, shout out to T-Mobile.
Word. I need a sponsorship.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Right. So the good thing about working with T-Mobile is that I'm working part-time, but I'm making full-time money, like other people that they will make because commission. So I was able to fortunately work with that, and they always let me take off and go. I wouldn't miss auditions. Like if I got an audition, I'm gonna miss work. I'm sorry. That it is what it is because this is what I want to do. So yeah, man, that was a grind, and you know, doing other different type of stuff in the business. Like it was times where like I had to dress up as Spider-Man for the kids, you know, and you get paid for that. That's what they were calling. I forgot the type of modeling, but that was part of the modeling universe at that time.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wow.
So that was part of it. I forgot what it was called. Market.
Excuse me.
Market modeling, something like that of the sort. And I was doing little things like that, you know, or where I would be like at, let's say, it wasn't the Barclays at the time, but let's say I was at Madison Square Garden or the Nets arena when it was in Jersey, and you're there and you know, dealing with the kids and playing different types of games, basketball type of stuff.
Right.
You get paid for that too. So I was doing that at the time in between, you know.
I couldn't dress up. I don't know.
Yeah?
Oh man.
Yeah, I was, you know.
I always feel like somebody still see my face.
Well, it's cool, man.
like-
you know, to get the kids excited, you shooting the web at
Right.
them. You know what I mean?
So you
it
get
was
to be a
fun.
big kid at that
Right,
moment, which
exactly.
I think that's dope. Especially
Right.
if you can play with kids. If you
Yeah,
can deal with kids,
I love the
then
kids,
that's
man.
a great.
Yeah.
That's an easy check right
Yeah,
there. Okay, I
facts.
can see that. Man,
Facts.
I might get a suit later on.
Yeah,
you
it might get
a couple dollars. Yo, Benj, we going out. Get the camera ready, man.
They needed Black Panther back then, man.
Look,
That'd have
see?
been cool.
I'm coming out with the Black Panther. Yo,
There you
Benj,
go.
we out, man. Let's do it. You know what I mean? So
For
now,
real.
in between those times you're doing those, what were some of the roles that you were landing at that time that you were?
Yeah, everything. Gangster, you know, Boy Next Door, Young Dad, Dancer, you know. Damn, yeah, a lot, man. I've been
see,
together.
yeah. You
I've been
said,
together
he said
for a minute.
Dancer. I don't even think I found that one.
Yeah. Sometimes, man, when I be telling people the stuff that I did, I forget until somebody be like, "Oh, you did that." And
Yeah.
You just forget.
That's how you know it's a
'cause
long
I've been
journey.
fortunate enough to work, in the business a long time. But I've played all different types of roles. Even in, you know, if we go to hip hop, people want to know. I was in Jay-Z 99 Problem video. I was one of the featured actors on that. So if you go
Wait,
back
what
and
role?
watch that video, you'll see.
You know I'm going
you gotta go
back
and watch
to
that.
that.
And it was funny because you know it was on IG the other day. Somebody posted it. I forget the source where it was from.
Oh, they gonna find everything on
Yeah,
you
they gonna
now.
find everything.
Yeah.
So when it was going out and it was going viral at the time because I guess the person was like Jay-Z took their verse or whatever it was. They showed my
Ice-T.
scene. Huh?
I think it's Ice-T, the whole, that's Ice-T song, and he sold it the whole.
think it
something
might have
like
been that.
yeah.
So everybody's like, yo, he was in 99 Problems. I said, yeah, man. I've been in the game for a
How
minute.
did you land that?
That one, I was working with Ulysses Terrero. So Jesse Terrero is his brother, who's a big music video director.
Okay, yeah, I know.
So Ulysses, shout out to Ulysses too, man, because he got me my first national commercial. And that was my first year acting. So remember, my first gig, my first audition I booked, and then 8 months later, you get a national commercial.
That's
so now I'm
right.
thinking, oh, I'm about to take off in this business, you know? But yeah, man, Ulysses is the one that, you know, he was always bringing me in for stuff.
Gotcha.
And he's the one that cast me for that.
I think when you get into this business and you start getting it, you know, you start getting that motor running that
Yeah.
first year, and it's like I hit this, I hit that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get to a point where like it's about to go to the
Yeah.
roof, and there's so much more hurdles that we got to go through. So
Right.
I definitely want to tell people, and he's a prime example, like keep grinding. You know what I mean? Because you never know when that big moment's gonna come and who's watching you, who's seeing you. Because you've
Facts.
throughout what I'm getting out your journey is that you've hit a lot of places with a lot of big names. So they're seeing your face, they're seeing you out ground. Oh, ain't that the guy? Ain't that?
Yeah,
That's him. Yes, that's him. He does not stop. You know what I
Not
mean?
stop.
So I think the people that do have that perseverance, we keep
Yeah.
going. So I
Right.
love that about you and learning that
Good
in
for
your
that.
story right now. Now it makes sense when I'm going through your background. Like he's done a lot. Okay, he's been grinding for
Yeah.
a minute. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So now you also played on what? You played on Magnum PI, right?
Magnum
The show.
PI, yeah.
How was that?
So Magnum PI was dope, and it's funny, and I know we could eventually get to BMF, but with Magnum PI, I shot that in Hawaii, and right before I shot that was when BMF audition came through, and I did that audition 2 a.m. in the morning, and had to fly to Hawaii at 6 a.m. But Magnum PI was fun. You know, I was able to work with my boy Steven on the show, and he plays TC. And I was able to work with him, and that was amazing, man. Fun time. I was there for like a month. dropped 15 pounds for it because I was running every day.
What is that like when they tell you, yo, I need you to lose weight for this, for this
for the role?
Yeah, this role. So I'm gonna say this scene.
Yeah. So it depends. Nobody really told me, hey, you need to lose weight for it, but I felt I wanted to get down to a certain weight. So I think, right, it's almost like a boxer, right? You got to go down to certain pounds or whatever, lightweight, heavyweight. So I like to go down to 200 pounds for these roles. So like BMF, I went down to 200. Magnum PI 200. Now I'm at 215. I need to get back down when I start filming the next movie. You know what I mean? So so I like of course you take your training,
Right.
good, but after when you're in between, you're chilling.
Got you.
So you're hanging out. You know what I mean? Watching TV because you just worked on a project and you try to chill and eat what you want.
Has there been a movie or a role that you played where you had to train and get ready for, or put yourself in a different, put your body in a different position besides that one? They were like, we need you to take 3 months. You need to have a certain diet. This, you know what I mean?
Well, one I did, it was recommended. Hey, for one I did, and big story behind this one. When I did All Eyes on Me, the Tupac.
Yo, I forgot. And I was looking at that and I was like, yo, I'm looking. I think they said you played Tretch. We were talking about that in here.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, please tell us about it.
That story's crazy. So it was recommended, hey, you should look younger from when we start filming. Boom. So that's when I got introduced and started doing a lot of research on, okay, how could I lose this weight and lose it quick? Drinking a gallon of water. So we did that movie back, 2016, I think? Yeah, so that's when I got to my gallon of water, that I drink every day was from that time. And I was able to drop weight quick from the gallon of water, and then obviously eating chicken breast.
So many people say that, you just drink water,
you're good.
It flushes you out, makes sense.
Right, and then some days, you have just your liquid days. So sometimes I have my liquid days where it's just water and that's it. And that's what I was doing, for BMF. So let's go to All Eyes on Me. So All Eyes on Me, I get hired for it, and it was dope, to be able to play Tretch, somebody that grew up on, loved his music. So anyway, we did the movie. We shot for a couple months in Atlanta, and I'm telling you, man, as all of us was talking about these stories of how we got to this place, everybody had a different story, and it was like we was meant to be here. Specifically, my boy Chris, who plays Humpty Dump, he would always dress up as Humpty Dump every Halloween, right? My homegirl that plays Queen Latifah, you know what I mean? She would always dress up like Queen Latifah different places. So with me, how mine came about is I grew up on hip hop, right? That was what I loved probably before reggae. And I would be, on the block and, you just listen to hip hop, boom, 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 freestyling, playing around.
Right.
So I got off of hip hop because I'm a reggae dude now. So I'm listening to reggae every day. So before this movie comes about, somehow I just start freestyling daily at T-Mobile. Me and my boys would get together, we would freestyle, boom, boom, boom. Movie comes out and they're like, yo, you gotta rap at the end of the audition. I said, this is crazy, this is God, because
Facts.
I'm getting back into my hip hop roots. So anyway, I get to the audition, I do the audition, and I actually do a song for Wu-Tang. That's my go-to song. And anytime somebody wants to do hip hop, I got the song to go to it. So you know what I mean? So anyway, so I did that, boom.
Wait. What song did you do?
It's it goes on. Let me give it to you.
That man
with
right
old
there.
trivia, with like cocaine straight from Bolivia. My hip hop will rock and sock the nation. That one. So I don't remember the name of it, but that's the one that So that's my go-to.
You know the name of that one?
You know when you have a you know how you got actors
Shout
got a
out
monologue. Yeah. Actors got a monologue. That's my go-to hip hop. When everybody want to play hip hop role, I'm gonna spit that verse. So now, All Eyes on Me, it's a nice supporting role, and I'm throughout the movie with Plock, you know what I mean, next to Pac. So now we did the movie, boom, mad love as we was filming it. So now it comes to the premiere. I come, I'm in the big truck, get out the truck, my agent is like, you're a superstar, just
This is your
fly.
moment.
This is your moment. I got my sister with me, I got my stylist with me, I got my boys with me.
Everything's going in slow motion.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Walking out the joint in slow motion, giving homies dappers.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Movie shit.
Everything.
Proceed with your shit.
You know what I'm saying? So now, excuse me, I get to the red carpet, I'm fly, I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? The Shade Room got me on the story. Your boy looking good. BT interviewing me, so I'm getting love on the carpet. You know what I'm saying? They like, yo, you dressing fly. Boom. All right. So we go inside. We're chilling. Russell Simmons comes over and asks to sit next to me. That's crazy. Got Russell Simmons coming to sit next to me. So I'm like, oh, I'm popping. I'm popping, right? Yeah, I'm popping. So anyway, we look at the movie, and I got, remember I told you people I even had my publicist there, all of us there. Bro, we look at the movie, you see me 2 times, none of my lines made it. You just see me 2 times, so I look like I'm an extra now.
Wow.
That was the most embarrassing point in my career. Embarrassing. Wow. But what happened now is I wasn't mad, I was disappointed. So the next day I wake up and I do this 5-minute video, and I just a testimonial, like, I'm glad this happened to me because I'm built for it. You know what I mean? It's not gonna deter me, it's gonna make me stronger. And I'm like, I'm gonna guarantee to make a bounce, I'm gonna bounce back from it. And BMF is the big bounce back from that. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember my dad at the time was like, yo, he was like, you know what I mean? Yo, Ray, you're about to blow up. This is all eyes on me. I said, nah, I don't feel like the moment. It didn't feel that way. And then that happened, and that 5-minute video, I just woke up and I was like, yo, keep it whole honey. I'm glad this happened to me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna trust the process, and I'm gonna make it happen. You know what I mean? And just keep the faith.
That's fire.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And
that's on my IG too. So you go to my IG, you can see that testimonial video that I did. 5 minutes.
Go look for that. It's crazy because even you just speaking on that, when I was going through everything, we were sitting here, I was like, oh, he was on all that, and we started talking about it and having a conversation. So for you to even have that story, it's like we was already on that path of hearing that, right? You know what I mean? So everything's always alignment, man.
Always.
It's crazy how you can do. So now we get that, we go through that. When All Eyes on Me came out, like 2017, 18?
2017, yeah.
Right? So what other roles did you have in between that time before you hit BMF?
I had, at that time, I think that might have been right before, right after, I did Barbershop The Next Cut.
Oh, that's right.
I did that with Cube and all of them. That was cool. I did Underground.
Okay. Hold up. How was the barbershop set? And,
that was dope.
Was it like an extra or?
No, that one was the one line. You know what I mean? I had one line in that one. But what was cool was that when I got to the rap party, they actually remember the scene. So I go up to Ice Cube and what up? I played such and such. And he's like, no, I know who you are. And he actually reenacts my scene. Wow. Him and the director, Malcolm D. Lee. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, I had one scene, one part, and they remember that and acted out in front of me.
Making them impacts, like we're saying, everywhere you went.
Exactly.
You was around so much greatness over the years. You're hitting a Tyler Perry, a Cube, a Jay-Z.
Yes.
You went and rap. You're not even a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So, and not just any rapper. You in Jay-Z video, like one of his dopest, diverse songs. With we came out with the drums and all that was.
And even, so I still get the credit for All Eyes on Me. Still that moment, me being able to play part of an iconic person's story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and something you grew up on. So everything was just
it's been written.
Yeah,
it's been written.
It's totally. So that's dope. So now we go back in between. What was the other parts that you got before you led up to BMF?
Underground. So Underground was probably my biggest role at that time because it was a recurring role, right? And so that was my first recurring role on that level. Right, so that was good to do because that was based on history. I hated history growing up, so now I had to go back and study history. That was rewarding for me. But the thing about it was crazy. I didn't want to actually watch the show because I don't want to see how people like that. So I didn't want to watch the show. Friend was like, "Nah, you need to watch the show." I said, "Nah, I don't want to watch the show," because it was the producers from Roots. So anyway, the audition came about, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna take a look at it." So I watched this show in 2 days. I was like, yo. And I think what gave it a different feel was John Legend putting that music on it. The music is, because music on a lot of things,
it's gonna give a different feel. It's gonna get
people don't
feeling.
understand how important music is to these movies, these shows, and editing. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to BMF, but I think also the editing. I got to think the editors for real that are looking out, because if they take something else, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so so Underground was very rewarding. We shot it in Savannah. I think I did that for a month and a half. So you go there and you just see all the different artifacts and everything, the historical places there. So that was a good moment for me too.
And, I want to know, what did you learn on that set? Because I'm sure there was a lot of things that was like, you got to kind of see like what we went through, things like that. So what did you learn from that? What did do to you mentally also?
Well, just understanding the importance of, and we can segue into this part, the understanding the right to vote. Because I played abolitionist, right? So what was an important part of the most important day filming on set? It was a time that we filmed when our president in 2016 got elected. We filmed on that day. That's the day we were fighting for the right to vote, that same exact day, which was ironic.
Wow.
And I had a fight scene. I was really throwing some punches. It was very tense set that day. That day was tense. But yeah, just understanding the importance of, knowing our history and knowing what we had to do to get to where we at now.
Right.
Being a part of that is just learning that. Like I said, I hated history, but now you're actually playing these characters. You kind of living in this space. And now you kind of understand
people went through and
exactly
what they fought for. That's why I was like, I couldn't imagine being on that type of set.
Yeah.
But and I think after a while, probably being an actor, you start to internalize those things.
Yeah.
And actually, like you said, you really
saying, I'm
fighting.
throwing punches.
Like, yo, this is 1886. I'm not playing. I'm trying to be free.
Right.
My grandma was trying to be free.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So I could definitely imagine that. So now we get to BMF. How do we get to BMF? How do you land that role?
Damn.
Don't worry, I've been having a little. That's why I got the pineapple ginger.
Right. You know what I mean? I get a little bit more strawberry here.
Right.
So shout out to George Pierre, the casting director, right? Okay. He's from Brooklyn, Haitian. And he was trying to get me to work on 2 projects before. And I wasn't available because Magnum PI. So there's a project for BT he wanted me to work on, and a project for TV One. Wasn't available because Magnum PI came.
Right.
But what happened, the BMF audition came right before I went to Hawaii, but that wasn't gonna film till I was done filming in Hawaii.
Got you.
So BMF came, boom.
Busy guy right here.
Busy guy. A little sign, you know what I mean? Like,
picking up.
they say things come in threes, right? So it would have been those 2 projects and then BMF. I mean, even though Magnum PI was already locked in, but just trying to say, in particular with George Pierre, those 3 projects right there. So so I get that. I get the call, hey, they really like you got to go through network approval now. So network approval means the network has to approve you now. Everybody else like you, but the network now has to say, okay, this is the guy.
I heard 50
so we
say
need
that
Starz.
before, too.
So now Starz needs to approve me, but my agent was like, I think you'll be fine. So I find out I booked it, I'm excited, but then I look at the material, and I remember I've been in the game for a minute. So even though, BMF is dope, I'm like, damn, I'm just in one scene. So I'm disappointed at that because I'm like, man, there's other roles here. Like, why can't I get those roles? So, but anyway, it is what it is. It did say potential recurring. So as you see, what that quick scene that I did in season 1. Boom, we did that.
Okay. Yeah.
That very first scene when I come in, say what up to him, do the roll.
Yeah.
So that happens, and I don't know if I'm coming back. I'm not even thinking about BMF at this moment. Ironically, I'm just chilling, bro, and I'm like, man, I need to get some more bread. I get the email. Yo, they're bringing you back for season 2. I said, wow, that's crazy. I don't even think about more money, and then boom, money comes right in. So I find out about the role, and I'm like, all right, I'm back. I don't know the magnitude of where this role's going, but I'm excited to be back. So now we go to rehearsal. As a matter of fact, once I walk in, they say the line producer's like, uh-oh, K-9 is in the building. So now this is a different temperature now. Season 1, I can walk in the building, nobody know who I am, and it's like,
but the producers in them already know.
They already know.
Big dog, don't even know you big dog.
I don't know the big dog this season, you know what I mean? So now, everybody's like, oh, K-9, that look, the energy is different. So then I get the script, you know what I mean? We're about to do the rehearsals, me and Meech, and then I look at the script and I'm like, oh. Now I see what's going on. This dude is that dude this season. So man, so I was able to, break it down with my coach, Sheik from Sheik Studios, and started to dive in. I started to get information on who K-9 was and stuff.
Before that, what was that feeling like when they did that? When you walked in that room, was that like like you already knew it, or you were like a nervous? Or?
Nah, I had no idea. I was just coming in, just like I did season 1.
Right.
But when they said that, I'm like, what's all the commotion about? Kind of like, what's the hype about, right? What's the hype about? But everybody was hyped to see me do this character. That sort of, remember the hype was about the character, not necessarily me, because they probably still don't know if I can do this or not.
Right.
Then I come to find out how how it happened is my agent tells me, so they saw you in season 1, but they don't know if you can do what it's about to go into. So I find out from Randy Huggins, he was the executive producer. He looked at my reel, and this is why it's important to have a reel actors. He looked at my reel and he said, "Oh, he's gonna kill this shit."
Yeah, because you got so much.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
It's so simple to just look at every little, even if your parts were like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It was so believable. You can tell, you know, especially now, people ain't really acting. They're doing Tubi stuff. Man. It's ridiculous. No disrespect to Tubi because I love what everybody's doing. Yeah. But to find somebody who really puts that passion and really go hard and can do diverse roles, it's kind of hard to find, I feel like, nowadays. Unless you're going to the people, a Denzel or, you know what I mean? So to find that from, definitely.
Well, here's a funny story on when you mentioned Denzel is that, so the character I played K-9, his brother KK, he actually calls me and we speak for a half hour because he used to run the streets with K-9.
The actual.
Yeah, his real brother. So he calls me and he's like, man, you know, when we first found out you got the role, I was like, man, why they couldn't give it? Me and my wife, why we couldn't give it to Denzel? And he said, bro, once I saw you do your thing, I was like, oh, I see why they got him. You know
because you did.
So that was cool that he gave me the vote of approval too. Because he didn't have to call me. He called me out of nowhere.
You definitely got it. Like
I appreciate that.
As I like I said, as I look through everything, like I don't see why anybody wouldn't recommend you. So now you go on set. You getting ready to do this first episode. You blow the teacher's brains out in school. That was because. No, when I met you and you was telling me, because that's my show. Yeah. So when it didn't click, and you're such a nice person, it really didn't click. Right. You're like, he's like, I played K-9. I'm like, who? Not the guy that shot the, that's not him. Let's take a picture, bro. Come on. And then I go home, literally after I go home and look, oh shit, that's, no way.
It's funny because in LA, you know, it was some cat, you know what I mean? He was like, you know, I forgot how we even had the conversation. But he was like, yo, but he said, you look like that guy from you know the guy from BMF. So, oh, yeah, that's me. And he's like, no, it's not. So, that's me.
And you saying it so like,
He said, no, it's not. I said, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And then I show him a picture. I show him my Instagram. I said, yeah, that's me. Oh, yeah. Then he calls his girl.
Check.
Yeah.
This isn't $14.99. This was a month before.
Right,
brother.
yeah. So he calls his girl. He's like, yo, man, K-9 out here trying to get this money from me. Da 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 da. He said, yo, man, I'm trying to get you to Connecticut, man, do a walkthrough. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, man. So you know, I guess sometimes I just I'm chilling on.
Right.
Probably don't look like K-9 right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, not the guy that I saw.
Totally different, right?
So what was that like playing that scene, that role, and working with Meech and 50? Because you actually got to really build a relationship with these guys, and I see you and Meech are pretty close also.
Yeah.
So what was
Meech
that
is
like
my guy.
Growing on the set with them?
So we could start with Meech. So Meech, as soon as we met and then we sat down and did a rehearsal, because we didn't get to look at the script. Like I remember I found out the script once I was there. So we was rehearsing, just looking at it. So at the same time, again, I'm an artist. I'm a little tight because I'm like, yo, like we rehearsing, but I don't really know that. Like I didn't have this material to really study.
Right.
Meech already got the job. Like I could be like, I come in, I ain't really doing. Nah, he can't do it.
So wait, hold on. You didn't have the script at all
before the rehearsal.
Wow.
Nah.
I thought I could just cut that off.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You good? So now, I'm a little tired. Like, damn. So as soon as I leave rehearsal, I hit my coach up. I said, bro, we got to go in.
Right.
For real. I got to be able to come in because 50 Cent gonna be at the table read. I got to blow socks off when I come on. And then that's when I really got everybody respect was at the table read. The table read, I'm off book, and I'm going in. So everybody's like, oh, this dude is different. And then Starz even hit up my manager, was like, yo, we see what Rayan already did, and that was just a table read. We know he's gonna do this season.
Yeah.
So I think that was when everybody was like, all right, this dude's about to bring it, But yeah, man, it was just about the preparation. But Meech, we used to hang out, go by his house, and we would chill for hours and just talk about life. Not even really going into the material, but just talk about life. We would FaceTime each other and talk. So we definitely had a good relationship, and as you guys can see on a project. And
you guys have great
chemistry.
Chemistry, yes, thank you.
Thanks, man.
Definitely great chemistry. So did it take time to build that? Did that happen right away?
It was instant. Yeah, it was instant.
Wow.
Man. Yeah, man. I'm very easy to be cool with, man. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I can adapt to anybody, to be honest. So like, for example, like 50 now. So we in Detroit and we at Motor City Hotel out there, and I got my gallon of water with me. So I'm walking into the gym. 50 Cent comes up to me. He's like, "You gonna drink all that water right there?" I said, "Come on, man. I do this for every day, every day." So everybody starts laughing, and then somebody blurts out, "Yo, what time you got home last night?" Because some of the nights, if I don't gotta film too late, I'm gonna be out hanging out.
Right.
So I was like, "Yeah, I ain't get into the
You
crib
from
till
Brooklyn?
6 a.m. from Brooklyn."
Flatbush.
You know what I mean?
You see Bobby Schmidt.
Right. Yeah. So now I'm like, I was like, "Yeah, man." Like, 50 Cent was like, "Yo, you know what?" He said, if you guys gamble, charges the stars. Everybody start laughing, and we just start chilling, working out. So now the same day, 50's there, we have that scene where I shoot Coach Wink in the head, right? So now takes up the head side. He comes up to me. He said, "We shoot mother effers in broad daylight now." I said, "Bro, this is what we do." You know what I'm saying?
It's like,
just like that. This is what we do, right?
I don't accept
so
it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So then we spoke for like a good 20, 25 minutes, bro. Like we was boys forever.
Wow.
So 50 is very easy to talk to. We just was talking, and I was like, "We got to give you your flowers the same way we give Tyler Perry his flowers, because you're able to put us on, and our careers, able to take off from being on the platform that you got for us." So yeah, man, he was showing me even auditions that he said I'll get the auditions too. So he was showing me audition that he was getting.
Fifth's on everything.
Yeah.
He's on
So he touched
everything.
everything. That's why he be on his IG all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
touch everything. So now, you've done a great job on the BMF. We got to get ready to wrap up in a minute.
Yeah, definitely.
You've done a great job on the BMF. I think everybody loves K-9.
Appreciate it.
What was your favorite part on the set, and what can we get from you coming next?
Favorite part on the set is, I can say one of them is that when I knew I was locked into the characters, when I heard the story real quick. So this is 2-3 months in, we in Detroit. The OG finds out I'm playing K-9. He looks at me like, "Yo, I was scared of that dude." So he tells me a story. It was in that gym that we had, Cecilia Gym. He said, K-9 was like, "Yo, how many birds you got? 2? How many birds you got? 5? Any one of y'all mother effers don't have my money on time, I'm killing on 5 of y'all." This is what he tells him, right? So we go back to when my first day, bro, I get on set, and even Miles was like, "I saw that you was already locked in, bro." That very first day, I walk into the gym, and you remember it's the basketball scene we do hit the shot.
Right.
I see 5 dudes. I don't even know who they are. I don't introduce myself. Walk up to them and say, "Yo, any one of y'all 5 dudes hit this last shot, I'm killing on 5 of y'all." And I walk off to get mic'd. When he told me that story, I said I was locked in from day one.
Wow.
That's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like the stuff that was happening, I was like, I was meant to do this character. You know what I mean? The dude name is Lawrence. His first name is Lawrence, and my last name is Lawrence.
Right.
You see,
Everything's been aligned with
everything was aligned.
Yo, God is good. I just want to put that out there one more time. God is good,
Yeah,
man.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's a fact.
That was my favorite
destined.
moment to find that. It was destiny.
That was
right.
destiny.
It was
that
destiny.
was definitely
Yeah,
in the plan.
yeah.
So now, real quick, we here Simply Juicing Bars. Something
Yeah.
we do. I want you drink you had the strawberry juice, right?
But you
These are homemade.
You babysitting though.
Huh? Nah,
You
yo,
you know
him
what I'm
and
saying?
SNS. This is like
Babysitting, look
yo,
at-
all season people go. This is because I be wanting them to see me drink it on the camera.
Okay, all right.
You feel me? They be trying to act like there's alcohol in here. Yo.
Right.
I got my pineapple ginger because I just got over a little cold and stuff.
Yeah.
The strawberry. How did you like the drink?
Strawberry is nice, man. That's why it's down this much.
He killed it
I
as
was
soon
trying
as
to
he
hold
came
it
in.
before we filmed, but I couldn't do it.
No, I think I'm gonna start doing that. Have people open it when they get here and see if they can make it through the whole film. Because S drank the whole joint on camera.
See?
Yeah, that's what he was about to do over there. So you already know. Shout out to Menno. He makes these here, which is Queen of Harlem's son. This is Queen of Harlem's Juice Bar. Her family run this. You already know, man. 1469 Fifth Avenue. Harlem is always love. There's a lot of things coming up. She got the big basketball tournament coming up this summer and a whole lot. So tap in Queen of Harlem page. Come to Chris Robinson 20. Live at the Juice Bar, Simply Juicing Bar. Rayan Lawrence.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
your
bro.
Instagram. Boom. Almost messed it up. So you already know where you following
You want
us
me to
at.
spell it for him? You want to spell it real quick?
Huh?
You want to spell it for him?
Yeah, definitely. Spell it out.
for y'all real
We're
quick.
gonna do it at the end. I kept
All right,
going
bet.
like I was closing out.
Yeah,
We got the
you
topics
good.
and we out of here.
Definitely.
We're gonna go with one topic and one topic only today. We was talking about it earlier. Blue checks. Let me look at my gram because I know I'm live. I don't know if this people on there or not.
The blue
checks. $14.99. I did it. I don't care. But anyway, he didn't. I don't know what he did. I don't know if he did 10K. I don't.
Even if I didn't get the blue check, I wasn't doing it. You know what I mean? It wasn't happening.
Nah, not at all.
I ain't paying for it.
So-
I put too much work for them to tell me I got paid
you
for
got
that blue
15,
check.
you got years
Well,
under your belt. I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? I do say that. I understand, like I was telling you guys earlier, for the people who are working out here who have not been able to get that recognition, who are still on the come up, and know that I got like 150 blue checks following me that know me, that see me in the street, different cities and states. Yes, I'm gonna, lock this in. Then we got people who have paid the 5,000 with the 300,000 fake followers. I look at the cam again. I gotta talk to the gram too, cameraman. I'm talking to the cameraman. We gotta talk to the gram about this
one. Talk to the gram. Talk to the cameraman. Talk to anybody.
So do you think people? That's when I was an amateur. It's all right. We here now. But I feel like that it makes more sense for a lot of people, especially if they're trying to stay relevant or show their relevance. You know what I mean? If they have it, not just trying to be fitting in with people, because I've seen a dude with like 500 followers, did nothing, and got a blue check, and I was like, yo, you fucking it up for me.
Yeah, I think to me, it kind of in a sense worded it down a little bit.
Yes, for sure.
Because now, you know what I mean? But here's the thing. We was talking about off camera. If you got your blue check in March, I'm assuming you paid for it. Straight up. I'm assuming you paid for it. You could go today, you can click on the name, and you can see when it was verified.
Nah, facts.
I'm assuming you paid for it.
Well,
Straight
the way to actually find out is you have the person's full name in their bio now. So that's why you give your identity. So your name could be K-9 on top, but you know that little bio part right there that you could put actor, for the people who didn't get that verification process before, you have to put your full name in. I show who you are. But here's the cool thing about us that pay with Meta, right? We get to talk to a customer service agent on Instagram if there is a problem. If someone steals our page, we're able to report that, direct and get where you have to sit there and say, yo, everybody tag this page.
Yo, that's they could have. I think they could have got away with like $49.99 a month.
Oh, for sure. What?
They could have got away with murder.
If they would have did it like that, people might have respected it a little more.
Respected it.
The 49. I would have still paid the 49. I ain't gonna hold it.
Yo,
49 for a check.
$50 a month.
Maybe 2 months. Let me see if I make over 2,000 in that. I need to make over 2,000 to 5,000 a month. Yeah, but they definitely there are people because I've seen a few people I know that have money or and went and paid it. So yeah, they definitely somebody would have paid that $49.99.
But I ain't gonna lie, when I first saw it happen, I was disappointed, man. I was like, yo, bro, I worked mad hard. I got my check. I got my check, and then 2 months later, y'all telling me somebody can pay for it.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I think that another reason they went. Obviously, they're gonna get billions of dollars off this. I'm not. They're about to get paid. But I also think that was the other problem with the people paying the $3,000 to $5,000, getting write-ups, getting all of these write-ups. You're still not nobody. You're not doing anything. You get these write-ups. You get the blue check, and now we just stamp somebody who is. Has no traction.
Nothing.
Bro, I see people with blue checks and all of that don't get as much traction as I do. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm big, but I'm known, and I'm known at least 30 different states.
You desered it without having to pay for it.
Right, you know what I mean? Well, maybe I should have got the write-ups, but we talking. I'm being a little cheap, you know what I'm saying? But I'm Hype Magazine, so it's like,
but this is what we doing. This is what we doing. Whenever somebody reaches out to us about business, we are making sure that your verification is real.
Yeah, at least legit. Or I say go on the page because you're gonna see if you click on mine. All right, cool. But when you go to my page and you see who I'm with and what I've done, then you can say it's legit. Now, if you go to my page and I had nothing there and I'm just standing there like, this guy just
and then we talk about even the likes, right? You got a certain amount of likes.
Yeah.
But then comments or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
no engagement. Or if your joint say others. I've been real quiet about this. Like I said, I've been real quiet, but the others get me. I do put others when I first put something up because I'm waiting for it to build up, right? So like the 10, the 15, boom. Once I see that came in there, all right, take it off. And even if it is just 23 likes for this one, only 23 people like it.
I'm gonna keep it on other.
Because you got a bigger following. For me, it's okay for the 20. But I have others that have the 2
Right.
to 300, or so I don't have to worry about it. It didn't hit the algorithm. Maybe I ain't spend enough ad money. Whatever, it's cool. But
Gotta take it off and repost another day.
yeah. Oh, I do that. I definitely have. What y'all didn't like?
A couple weeks.
I'll come back to y'all at 8 o'clock on
Right,
Tuesday
exactly.
when it's hitting.
When
Because
it's
obviously y'all not feeling me today.
Yeah, I see it.
You know what I mean? So I do respect it overall.
Right.
Not for everyone. I don't respect it for everyone.
Right.
I think that you should be out here working hard and doing what you got to do, because a blue check is not going to get you through these doors like that without your hustle and your hard work. And prime example, the people behind the cameras are prime example. So work hard. Don't think that blue check is just going to get you in the door. I'm at 45 minutes. It's at the wrap up. Vic Veg just told me wrap it up. He got things to do too. You know what I mean? Rayan, we appreciate you. K-9, we love you on the show. We hope to see you on the next season. And that you don't actually rat that it was some BS.
Oh, yo. We got time to talk about that or not?
We do? Real quick. My homegirl Erica was like, yo, shout out my homegirl Erica from Rhode Island. I got you. She said, tell him he's supposed to be solid.
Listen, we can talk to her, right? What's her name? Erica, let's talk about it real quick. Listen, y'all got to think, K-9 is thinking 10 steps ahead. So he rats out the competition so that now Meech and Terry don't got competition to go against. Then he got personal beef with Cena, but at the end of the day, they don't got to pay to connect back. You got no competition, and you got to pay to connect. Come on.
So Meech and T is in the green.
He laid it out for him.
Yeah, and because he already.
But now they own
him, and they got to take care of him.
You got to take care. You know what I mean?
Take care of me, because I'm still K-9. I can make a call or two at the end.
I'm taking everybody out.
Yeah, we already know K-9's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want no smoke with him. Just take care of him.
That's
you know
it.
What I mean?
That's
but
it.
Definitely, man, we looking forward to continuing watching your journey. Like I said, I hope to see you on that. Yo, Fifth, you know what time it is. Once again, Chris Robinson, Hype Magazine, Simply Juice and Bar, live at the Juice Bar. We out here.